Your court television news starting now.
Got it. Yeah, no mistakes this time. So that means this should be an unscuffed stream. Welcome, everybody, to a special mid-afternoon edition of the NJ Courts court news coverage. Yes, usually we've got, we're kind of a night owls here on this channel, Usually we start around 9-10 o'clock and we end in the 1-2 o'clock range, and that's in the AM, depending on, sometimes that's on the West Coast, which means it'd be like 4 a.m. East Coast. You follow me? So, wanted to try something a little bit different. Had a lot of people reach out to me. And of course, I'm always, remember, like I said, I am always open to advice, input, comments, feedback, complaints. Doesn't mean I'm going to listen to them. Okay. But I will always take a look at it. Now, one bit of advice or input that I got from a lot of people was, hey, NJ, do you think you can try coming on a little bit earlier? And I said, you know what? Let's try it this time. So I want to apologize because I know we had scheduled originally last night this court coverage show. But, and I'm sure a lot of you, most of you may have seen the notification, but a lot of you may have not. So to those, I want to apologize because if you are tuning in wondering, hey, where's the show? Well, it got postponed till right now. And again, that was to see, essentially how it works out, and also to give some of our replay crew a little break, because shout out to that replay crew. You guys, I have a feeling you guys probably can't make those late night shows. So hopefully you're all here today. So shout out to my replay crew. Hopefully you're here right now. Otherwise, shout out replay crew, because you're going to be watching this later. All right. So let me just get a few of my little things settled here. I got everything pretty much ready. I'm good to go. Sometimes I'm a little unprepared, but today I feel very prepared. As a matter of fact, I did have an extra day, right? No excuses. So let's get the chat opened up. Let's say welcome to everybody. Let me scroll all the way up here to the top. Ooh, most importantly, I got my phone here. Let me get chat scrolled up here. La, la, la. Get out of here. Get over here. I think this is my channel. Yeah, this is it. Here we go. Yep, I see everybody here in chat. So I want to say welcome to all the members of the jury. And I want to say thank you guys for your support. We've got a lot of new members, so I want to welcome to those new members. And I want to say thank you to all those OGs. We've got a lot of people now that have been like OGs for like 3 or 4 months now, okay? So thank you all for your continued support. And for some of you that may have not seen it yet, we added a few new emojis, okay? I mean, going even back to the poop tuna emoji, which might not be new for some of y'all. And then we added the flying squirrel emoji. So some of you wondering what the heck that is, it kind of looks like this. That's the flying squirrel. So have at it. Enjoy. But welcome to those members of the jury. And I want to say thank you, most importantly, to the mods. I already see y'all in the house. Welcome. Let me scroll up here. I know Ono was here in the house. Welcome, Ono. We've got Subaru in the house. Just Jen in the house. All right. We have a few more mods coming in, and welcome to those mods, all right? Now, second most importantly thing, and actually, I don't know, it's kind of a toss-up between the mods and you all. I want to say welcome to all of you, the viewers. And you know what? Let's start from the top here. Let's say what's up to the OGs, the early birds. Oh, I see LC was in chat. I think I said hi earlier, but hello again, my friend. Let's see. We've got Super Roofer. Oh, no. Kimberly, welcome, my friend. Just Jen. Let's see. Messy Me, welcome. Snert, welcome. All right, we've made it to the bottom. Simple and easy. I guess a lot of you are catching on, huh? Don't say anything at the beginning, because he's gonna go all the way down the line. It's gonna take 5 minutes. Don't say anything. I got you. You guys getting smart. But anyways, welcome to everybody, even you all watching from the bushes. Yes, you. Hey, Lisa, welcome. Good to see you, my friend. And today, just in case you're wondering, we are sipping on a 7.55 flow ounce can. Yes, the mini can of Coca-Cola. No mid-afternoon beers for NJ today. I know it's Saturday, but still got a lot of stuff to do later on today. What's up, Chris? Good to see you. And hey, I didn't know you had a back tattoo. What is that? Yes, it is a dragon. You are correct. As a matter of fact, it's got smoke blown out of its nose. You might not see that, but yes, it is a dragon. What's up, Bahati? Good to see you, my friend. Oh, and I've got a little surprise for everybody, okay? Hopefully, I'll get to use it today. Now, when I say that, it's a little bit of a surprise. I know I think I talked about it maybe earlier this week, but I'll bring it out when it's appropriate. And hopefully we'll have an appropriate time today. You know what I mean? What's up, Texas girl? I wanted to say baby girl, but it's not. It's Texas girl baby. All right. I just took a guess. I shall call you El Diablo. I like that. As a matter of fact, I'm actually planning on getting another tat here soon. Maybe I'll take you all with me. That'd be kind of fun, huh? It's been a while. It's been a long time. As a matter of fact, this one I got was that was back in the boot camp days there, right? That was an illegal tat. You weren't supposed to get them in boot camp, but I did. Actually, it was AIT, not boot camp. But I want to get another one. It's time. So, yeah, might take you guys. We'll see. We shall see. First, I got to get an appointment made, right? It's nothing serious, nothing where I think, honestly, I could probably just walk in any tattoo shop, and I'm sure anybody can handle the type of tattoo that I'm looking for. So I don't think it's going to be anything that's going to be too fancy, but I'll let y'all know. That's for another day. Oh, no. We're not doing no dono go for tats and chat chooses, all right? I ain't that crazy yet. Especially since I only got one. You know what I mean? Maybe if I had a whole bunch on me where if it's something, that I don't really want, but chat wanted, I wouldn't mind. But geez, Louise, no, not right now. Anything I put on me right now is going to be like, hey, but we'll keep you in mind. Hey, have a good day, Jen. I appreciate you checking in. And yep, back to work. For those that work, yes, sometimes you're not off on Saturdays. And you have a great rest of your weekend, my friend. All right, so let's get started, right? We said hi to everybody. We've kind of, had some time for people to come in. What else? You guys know everything else. Everybody's been doing really good in chat, I don't even think I need even, go over the chat rules. Let's see, what else? E-bagging, you all know that. Got even a little, oh, yes, I had promised a dono goal for everybody that had been donating for the drone cameras. So there you go. That is up to date. So we have raised so far $130 of, and the reason I have a question mark is I don't really know the exact price of the drone yet. I've picked it out, but I still need to shop it around and see which is going to, which is pretty much the lowest price for that model of drone. Once I do that, I will put that price on there. I think when I checked, it was going to be anywhere between the $250 to $350 range. I'm pretty sure it was no more than $350, if I'm not mistaken. But I will double check on that. But that is a correct amount. I have written everything down, and I've calculated up. So we are at $130. And I want to say thank you to everybody that has supported that donation goal, and I much appreciate it. As a matter of fact, Dawson yesterday donated $9.99 towards either a bleach Clorox pad, or if we were able to get the stains out and we didn't have to go that route, we could go and donate it towards the drone fund. So we were at 120 yesterday. And Dawson, I don't know if you're here, but in case you catch the replay, I was able to get the stains off today. Yes. Oh, shit. I said that a little loud. Whoopsie. Okay. Anyways, and so what does that mean? That means we didn't have to use that $10 to get any more cleaning supplies. So I went ahead and applied that per Dawson, and we are now at 130, not 120. So thank you. All right, here we go. So Lisa, what brand of drone? It was a DJI. which is the same brand as my gimbal. It's, I think, the DJI Mini 3. Pretty much it's the least expensive drone that I could find that allows you to live stream. And that's what was important about the drone is, I'm not picky about drones as long as we could live stream from it. Oh no, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. And you know what that means? Oh yes. Oh, drone hype. I thought it said dono hype. I had to go like this. Well, it doesn't matter because it's dono hype time. And you know what? Oh no, you just got us set off. I get to essentially present the surprise. Are you guys ready? But first, let's pin you up there. I want to say thank you for that $9.99 super chat towards the drone. And as a matter of fact, let's update that banner right now before I forget. So let's go here. I clickety-clack there. I edit, change that 130 to a 140, save it, show it, and there you go. And now, are you all ready for today's surprise and forthgoing for any other donations that are going to get me all excited and crazy? I present the newest member of the NJ Quartz gavel family. As a matter of fact, hold on. I need to give this a very good, I need to do this the right way. 1 minute, 1 second. All right. I know that was more than a second, so thank you for your patience. All right. So I want to introduce a new member of the NJ Quartz family. And what I mean by that is a new member of the gavel family, okay? Not gamble, gavel, G-A-V-E-L. Yes, I know gamble was somebody that we've covered before, but no, I'm talking about the gavel family. All right, let me just jump back onto my comments. So let me give you and don't worry, we're gonna get to the court coverage, but before we do, let me just give you a brief tour into the history of gavels here at the NJ Quartz channel. Now, originally, when this channel started, way back 6 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, we used an imaginary gavel. There was no gavel, okay? This was back in the old NJ Quartz ghetto days, right? That ugly mint green painted wall. Yeah, you guys remember, right? No lighting, very dim looking, kind of crappy Wi-Fi coverage coming in and out. Yeah, that's how, hey, you got to start from somewhere, right? Well, back then, NJ Quartz had no gavel. So back then, we started with the imaginary gavel. Yes, imaginary gavel. Just anything I could grab and just pop, 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 bam, right? Remember? Then we stepped it up, okay? NJ Quartz moved up a bit. As a matter of fact, we stepped it up quite a bit. We stepped it up to what you consider the wooden gavel. Yes, the real deal right here, baby. All solid wood, okay? This is a real judge's gavel, all right? Now, I was so kind to be lent this gavel, one that will be passed on many generations of the NJ Quartz family. So very, very, very prestigious gavel. And I want to say that I'm very honored to have slammed many objects of all kinds with the current gavel. Well, not so much current indoor gavel, okay? Then, not too long ago, as a matter of fact, just a weekend ago, as a matter of fact, when we celebrated the 4K subscriber party, we had upgraded. As a matter of fact, not really upgraded, but we needed an outdoor gavel. Hey, messy me. Thank you so much for being a new member and welcome to the jury. And hold on, I'm going to welcome you the right way here in a second. I'm getting there. But thank you for being a new member. So we required an outdoor gavel, one that the wooden gavel couldn't handle, essentially something that could get wet, something that could smash, something that could essentially just do damage, anarchy. And that's where the outdoor gavel was introduced. Yes, the NJ Courts outdoor gavel. Now, this is in the ultimate smashing of smashing gavels. One that is, almost too dangerous to be handled by people that don't know how to use the gavel. Okay. One that I almost wouldn't travel with just because of the fact that, if this got in the wrong hands, we could get trouble. Okay. This is kind of like the gavel of Thor, the hammer of Thor. All right. This can only be kept in certain places. So I said, well, I need something that I can take with me. Something that, the little one is portable, but that will do damage. Okay. You clunk somebody with that over the head, it's going to hurt. So I said, I need something that's portable, something that's, soft to the touch. That may not do so much damage. Something I just smash stuff with, but not necessarily break it. So, drum roll, please. May I introduce you to the newest member of the NJ Courts family, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, that looks like something else. Hold on. Wait, the fuck? That's in my... Oh, wait. Yes. It is so big, I can't even fit it in the screen. You are witnessing the newest member of the NJ Courts family. The portable, smash anything I want because it's kid friendly. Gavel! And guess what? Oops, I was supposed to do a trigger. Earbud warning, my bad. But for sure, earbud warning coming now. Because guess what this baby does? Oh, yes. You ready? When you give it the right touch, it's got to be, that's what I'm saying. This is only to be used by people that know how to use this. In the wrong hands, it could be dangerous. But when you apply the right touch of the new gavel, let me show you what it does. Ready? Did you hear that? I like it. It smashes. It makes sounds. Well, it's supposed to. Hold on. There we go. Got it. Yes. The newest member. Gavel number 2, as it will be nicknamed today until we name it. So welcome, gavel number 2 to the NJ Courts family. All right, now we'll get started, I promise. Oh, you know how we have to have a little fun here, right? We're about to enter some of this negative, man. So I had to have a little fun. But in all seriousness, yes, this is going to be our newest replacement. Okay. Welcome number 2. Thank you. All right. You guys ready to get this court coverage started? All right. So, again, no certain order. We're just going to go down the line, all right? As a matter of fact, you're going to see something pretty interesting here. What's going to be kind of interesting is a lot of these people, they all have court almost on the same day. And I don't know if this is just some weird coincidence or not, but you'll see what I mean here shortly. So, just kind of going down the pretty much what I did here. Like I said, it's in no order, no certain order. Let's get this show started. All right, so first person we're going to be discussing is going to be somebody that obviously we've already started court coverage on. This is an individual that many of you have actually been inquiring about, asking, and I appreciate your patience. This is an individual that's going to have a pretty serious court hearing coming up very soon. And if you haven't guessed it yet, yes, this is Trina Golden, okay? So for some of you that are unfamiliar with Trina, I'll just give you just quick background. Trina is an IRL streamer, hence how we found out about this individual on the tubes. Pretty much she came to light when she joined up with the Captain Content RV shit show. She was one of the cast members. I think she came on at the same time with Cheeto. Remember Cheeto? Yeah. So she was part of the kind of that crew, essentially got on the RV, name came to light. I mean, hell, we've even seen a picture with her and Skimask Andy together, okay? And they did an IRL together. So just tells you a little bit about who Trina is, all right? She's been around the block. Let's just put it that way, okay? So this individual was in Los Angeles, kind of the Hollywood area. This individual got in some trouble. They had some trouble going back home in Kansas, all right? And they were extradited from California back to the state of Kansas, where they currently being incarcerated. They are currently in jail right now on a very, very expensive bond, hence why they haven't been bonded out. I'm going to go over here very shortly all those charges that this person's facing right now. And then just to give you kind of a brief update, we're going to look at the video clip. Yes, for some of you that weren't there or didn't know, NJ Courts was able to obtain the video of the last essentially hearing that Trina Golden went through. So we're going to play that, okay? Let's just jump over to here really quick. So just to start off, easiest way is going to be just showing you the list of charges that this individual is currently facing, all right? So just hang tight. I'm going to share a screen here with you, and we'll take a look at this together. All right, I think we're on the same page. Yes, excellent. All right, let me just scroll this down here a bit. All right, so now in case you can't see this, no worries. I can read this off for you, okay? But what you are staring at is essentially the mugshot of Trina Golden. Yeah, she looks a lot different, doesn't she? Yeah, a lot of people do when they take those mugshots and don't got all those fancy filters on them. Especially these live streamers. I've noticed that. All these live streamers look completely different when they got their mugshot up there. I'll tell you that. So that is Trina Golden, all right? And those little blue little letters and stuff you see in that box down there, those are her charges, all right? So starting from the top, you have a distribution of drugs, or excuse me, hold on, how's it written? Distribution, yeah. Distribution, drugs / death, and then you have probation violation, and then another probation violation right underneath that, okay? So, as it appears, this individual is facing 2 probation violation charges, and the most serious out of all these charges is the distribution of drugs leading to death, okay? For some of you that are wondering what the heck happened, I will give you just a brief overview. Again, don't know all the details of the story. I have received more information about it, just stuff that I'm not going to share. As a matter of fact, there was somebody that had sent me over a picture of the victim, their Facebook. I think we even had an obituary at one time. Too personal. Obviously, it's stuff that has nothing to do with this case, so it's nothing I'm going to share. But I just want to let you know it is out there, okay? This person a person's life was taken. Okay, this is a very serious issue here, very serious charges. It was a young lady, as a matter of fact. I believe she was just over the age of 18, about 19 years old. If I'm wrong, hey, I may be off by a couple of years. Okay, very, very young lady. Certainly had a lot of her life ahead of her, and whatever the case was, and we're going to get these details now. The case of the details, that is something that we have access to and that we have every right to look at. Okay, that is public information. Essentially, you're going to probably be seeing more of like a criminal case report like we've seen in the past. Okay, kind of like what we saw in the Controlla case, kind of like what we saw in the Skimask case. Okay, where it's going to have all like the victims, witness statements, things like that. All right, that is in the works. All right, I hope to actually receive that before the hearing actually goes on, which is going to be August the 31st. August the 31st at 1:30 p.m. Okay. This is going to be in Kansas. As a matter of fact, I'll look it up, but I'm pretty sure I have the address just in case anybody wants that information. Again, public information. Let's see here. What else did I want to say? So, yes. So, essentially, what happened, back to the story, is a young lady was essentially, or allegedly at this point, allegedly sold drugs by the defendant here, Trina Golden. And from the sale of these drugs and the consumption of these drugs, this individual's life was taken. Okay. Um, that's why this individual here that you're seeing in front of us is now faced with a distribution slash death charge. Okay. Pretty much it's distribution of drugs leading to a death. That's what that means. And because they were on probation for other things going on in the state of Kansas, hence, and again, this might be allegedly, but there obviously was a reason why this individual may have gone to California, and it was probably to run. All right, essentially run away from some other charges they were facing, and hence why they have these probation violations. Okay, and essentially I'm pretty sure it wasn't the probation violations, but that serious charge there, the distribution leading to death. That's probably most likely why they extradited her from the state of California back to Kansas, is to face that charge. So let me go back here. We're going to listen. Now that we've got these charges, we've got some basic information about what's going on with this case. We're going to go back to essentially the last court hearing that was held in reference to this case that I have audio and as well as video of. Okay. So just hang tight for a minute, and we're going to be listening to that. I'm just going to be playing it right off of my channel. It was a broadcast, special breaking news broadcast that I had done a whiles back. And we're just going to re-listen to it again, especially for some of those that didn't even have a chance to take even a listen or look at that video. So just give me a few seconds and we'll get that loaded up, or queued up. Excuse me. That's the correct word. Queued up. All right. So I know we had that over here. Okay. So I need to stop sharing this screen. All right. There we go. Go back over here. Go to my queue. We're going to go here. There. We're going to pause it. Go here. All right. All right. Yes, I know you're seeing two of me. That was when I did the broadcast. You may want to turn up your volume here. Just give it a second to load up here.
Good afternoon, everyone. Officer BN is also in the courtroom.
Recording in progress.
The court calls the Golden matter 20 CR 1869 and 22 CR 3438, both captioned State of Kansas versus Trina Golden. Will the parties who appear on video please state their appearances for the record?
Your Honor, may it please the court, State of Kansas appears by Assistant District Attorneys Daniel Obermeyer and Abby Olson.
May it please the court, Your Honor, Jessica Sokoloff appears on behalf of Trina Golden, who also appears by video.
Mr. Obermeyer.
Judge, we're here for a preliminary hearing. Counsel informed me last week that she would be requesting a continuance for further negotiations and review of the evidence with the defendant. I have no objection to that. The state was ready to proceed today, but we have no objection to continuance.
Ms. Sokoloff.
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct. I also have a brief motion on bond.
And so, Ms. Golden, you agree and you want the matter defense continuance to another date to give your lawyer, Ms. Sokoloff, an opportunity to further engage with the prosecutors to see if something could be resolved in your cases. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And Officer BN, you're present in the courtroom. Did you want to add anything? Officer BN is here present. She is not wanting to add anything. Seeing no objection by the state to the defendant's motion to continue the matters over for further negotiations, the court will grant the defense continuance. Do you want another preliminary hearing setting, Ms. Sokoloff, or do you want a potential plea date in person? What would you prefer?
I think another go prelim, because if that will give us enough time, I'm sure, before we can get back on the court's calendar. And if we can't resolve it, then we'll be ready to go at that time, Your Honor, if that's okay with the prosecutors.
And that's fine, Your Honor.
And I would also say that if the matters do get resolved, Ms. Golden, the court has no doubt that your attorney, Ms. Sokoloff, will be reaching out to the court in advance of whatever this date is to try to take it up earlier if that's what you all want to do, if agreements are reached. The court will grant the defense motion, set this matter for another preliminary hearing setting. Did you all need 2 hours, Mr. Obermeyer, Ms. Olson?
I think 2 hours should be sufficient, Your Honor.
Ms. Sokoloff, you agree with that assessment?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll set this for a preliminary hearing, 2 hours set aside, in person on.
Do any of you remember where we left off as far as dates?
And the records reflect Bailiff Christensen is speaking specifically about email communications between the parties and the court about potential 2 hour time slots.
Gina, I believe you suggested July 17th. Or first it was, I believe, July 7th. That didn't work for defense counsel. And then you suggested July 17th. That does not work for the state. But we're open to other times.
Okay, what about July? We only need 2 hours, not half day. Is that correct?
I think 2 hours is sufficient, yes.
Okay. What about July 18th at 10?
That works for me.
Judge, I will be in, I have 2 rape trials that are set the week of the 17th to go all week in July. So that week does not work for the state.
What about August 2nd at 2?
That works for me.
I'll be in jury trial, the first 2 weeks of August on a felony murder.
August 14th at 10.
That works for me.
That works for my calendar.
That works for me, Judge, and it works for our detective.
We've adequately just explored the month of June, the month of July? Do we think, I know that Ms. Christian has been sending out some other dates for 2-hour hearings. And I know council, all of you have busy trial calendars. I just want to, I mean, here we are, granted we are almost May 1st, but we're looking at an August date.
I'm happy to check my calendar for other dates if the court has other availability.
How much time do you need to try to negotiate the matter, Ms. Sokoloff? I know that and that might be an unfair question, but I'm just trying to get we accommodate your request for some more time for negotiations balanced against having the preliminary hearing too. So if you think August 2nd, well,
I was going to say maybe 30 to 45 days on my end. So that would in July, I believe anyway.
Okay. So that puts us at about that date anyway.
I think so, Judge.
Are you intending on pursuing any judge-assisted mediation?
I hadn't thought about that, but now that you mention it, that might be a good idea. You know, I haven't spoken to the prosecution about it, but that might be something that we might discuss, and that would certainly give us time to get that accomplished if the parties were agreeable.
Is the state opposed to at least reaching out to a judge for judge-assisted mediation? Ms. Golden, so you're aware of what that process is in our jurisdiction. Some of other judges on the bench will participate in judge-assisted mediation. It is not binding. And moreover, it's confidential, so it's not anything that I would eventually ever learn about if that mediation was unsuccessful. But sometimes it does result in cases being resolved, and it's not unusual to begin that process pre-prelim. So as to this, Ms. Golden understands what that's about, and obviously Ms. Sokoloff can explain to her a little bit more details or answer those questions. Will the state be opposed if Ms. Sokoloff wanted to initiate a judge-assisted mediation process to try to maximize the use of time between now and August 2nd?
We have no problem with that, Your Honor.
Thank you. Then the court would encourage with that passage, with that time frame, obviously, reaching out to a judge to see if they're available to conduct judge-assisted mediation. Set this. Do you have someone in mind? I can start an email just with the AA, or do you want to do that, Ms. Sokoloff?
I can do that, Judge. I'll put my thinking cap on. Thank you.
Very good. Ms. Golden, on both of your cases, the court's ordering you to appear in person at the Johns County Courthouse, Division 9 on August 2nd, 2023 at 2 o'clock. The court is setting aside 2 hours for an in-person go preliminary hearing, having the probation revocation matter track along with. Does Officer Bien need to be at that August 2nd date? Does the state know yet, or you'll be in communication with Officer Bien about that?
Probably not, Your Honor. And I apologize. I think that the court misspoke. I think we had it set for August 14th.
Oh, I did misspeak. August 14th. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Are we doing anything with the 2015 case, or is that one done?
That is not. That one needs to be called as well. There are 3
Okay.
cases that are set today.
Okay,
August 14th at what time?
10.
Ordered to appear in person August 14th, 2023 at 10 o'clock with the court setting aside 2 hours for an in-person go preliminary hearing on that date. The court will also call 15 CR 1993. Also to be, that will be scheduled for another scheduling conference on a probation violation. Ms. Sokoloff, your motion on bond.
Judge, can I just confirm it's set for August 14th at 10 a.m.?
Correct. August 14th, 2023, 10 a.m.
Thank you, Judge. My client has 3 cases, as the court's aware. I think her probation cases are set at $10,000 each, and then the felony is set at $100,000 each. We'd be asking for a reduction to $25,000 on the felony case, or any reduction that the court deems appropriate. My client's been in custody for 86 days in Johnson County. That doesn't include the time that she was in custody before she was extradited from California. If she were to bond out, she would live in Olathe with her daughter. She would be agreeable to the conditions of electronic monitoring. She promises to make every court appearance. She does have some health issues that would be better addressed if she were on the outside. And for those reasons, we would request the court reduce her bond.
State's position.
Judge, the state believes that bond is set as appropriate. I don't typically go into the facts of the cases which the court has before it. However, given that we were prepared to proceed with the preliminary hearing today, I don't think it's inappropriate for the court to consider some of the facts of this case, which are in the affidavit, but also that the state would present evidence that it's a very solid case against the defendant, that she indeed distributed the oxycodone, which Madeline Miller, who was 19 years old at the time of her death, consumed, resulting in her death. This is a level 1 felony. It's obviously the highest felony we have before we get off grid. And given her criminal history, she's facing approximately 15 years in KDOC custody. I know that we've continued this out for negotiation, but I can assure the court that any negotiated resolution would not include the state agreeing to probation for this matter. Furthermore, in the probation revocation matters, the defendant was AWOL for a significant period of time, and I believe she was tracked down finally in California. So she's also a flight risk for those reasons. Given all these factors, we would be opposed to any bond modification and ask the court to keep the bond where it's at.
Ms. Sokoloff, you referred to California. I know in 20 CR 1869 with allegations that in essence, Ms. Golden went AWOL on her felony probation. That was a warrant that became active back in January of 2021 that wasn't executed on until it looks like January of 2023, some 2 years later. Was she continuously in custody in the state of California? And if so, why that was? Or was she simply picked up on those outstanding warrants in the state of California and extradited?
Judge, I believe she was picked up on those warrants as she was living in California and then extradited back to campus.
Okay. The bond as set are appropriate to ensure Ms. Golden's appearance at the next court date in light of the overall record in this case and the status and allegations in her 15 CR 1993 probation and also 20 CR 1869 probation, wherein there are pending motions to revoke those probations. Additionally, in 20 CR 1869 alone, there was an outstanding warrant for having gone AWOL on probation that was pending since January of 2021. And also the nature of the allegations in 22 CR 3438 to ensure community safety. The bonds as set are appropriate. The court is denying the bond modification. If you do post Ms. Golden, the court is ordering you to appear in person August 14, 2023 at 10 a.m. for a go preliminary hearing on that date.
Okay.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Judge.
Seeing nothing further, the matters are adjourned.
Recording stopped.
muted. Now I see it. Thank you, guys. All right, so thank you for your patience. Thank you guys for letting me know I'm muted. So that was just going to be the longest of the clips that we're watching today. I just want to say thank you guys for your patience. A lot of important stuff was said, especially towards the end, okay? Little bit of information came out as far as some of those case details, and very sad. I pointed some of that out in the chat, and I don't know if you guys had heard too, but it looks like we did verify the age of that victim, and it was 19 years old. That's like I said, it was very young lady that had a lot of life left. So it's a really sad story, period. Do I have all the details of it? No. So I'm not going to make any, allegations or anything as far as what I think happened. I am submitting for that paperwork as far as anything that's available on this case through a FOIA request. I am going to be, or excuse me, not I am. I already did submit for a media request, okay, for media permission to be there to record. Obviously, I haven't gotten any answer on that yet. Takes a bit. Sometimes it's right away. Sometimes it takes a week. Generally, you do have to get approval by the judge of that hearing. That's where it kind of takes some time because the clerk gets the information, they review it, and then they present it to the judge. Judge has to go over it, sign off on it, give it back to the clerk. Clerk signs off of it. Then that's when they get back to moi. Okay. So assuming that we can go to that court hearing and record, there is a very good possibility that I will be attending that hearing. Okay. I can't give you a confirmation right now because one, I don't know if I've been given permission to attend the hearing. And two, even if I am, there's going to be some things going on in my schedule that I just need to verify that I will be able to attend. But let's just put it this way. It's like a 98% chance of going down, assuming that I get the go ahead to record. We'll just put it that way. So that's next trial is going to be set for August 31st. Okay. So we said preliminary hearing is going to be set for that date on the distribution and death charge. And then for the 2 probation violations, those are set for trial, or excuse me. Let me just tell you exactly what it said. Trial. Exactly. Yep. Nope. That's what it says. Trial, preliminary hearing. And I think, as far as all the cases that we've attended, that we've covered, this one is definitely, as far as charges and just the overall just seriousness of this case is definitely something that we haven't, everything that we've pretty much have covered. We've had felonies, obviously in the Controlla court coverage, she's facing a felony, child endangerment. This is going to be the first case that we are going to be covering that you have your defendant essentially facing a distribution and, death charge. And if you heard in the video from the prosecutor, this individual is facing a minimum of 15 years. We're going to get more information too. Like I said, today I just kind of wanted to hit on all the different court coverages. But now that we're nearing the court, just pretty much peeking around the corner as far as timeline on this case coming up or this hearing coming up, we're definitely going to be pushing a lot of just information on it. And generally that's how this channel works, right? Usually when we're about a week or 2 weeks right before the case we're going to be attending or hearing, we'll start doing a lot of coverage on that, right? Restart refreshing everybody's minds on what's going on some of the videos we've played in the past. So, with Trina, I can tell you right now, we are definitely next week. I'm going to be pretty much doing probably maybe a 3-day week coverage. Usually we do 2 coverages a week, midweek and then the weekend. I'll probably have 3 coverages scheduled because 2 of those will probably be just specifically for the Trina court case. 1 for sure, maybe 2. So for those that want a lot of detailed information, it's coming. It is coming. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on to our next person. Okay. That's, like I said, no specific order, just kind of moving down the line. That's going to be Sunny IRL. All right. As a matter of fact, I think I did this kind of in the timeline frame, and I might be off. So it was like Trina had the court case coming up the soonest. Then it's like Sunny. This is where we're kind of coming up to court cases that are pretty much going to be on the same dates. Okay. Let's just put it this way. Sunny IRL Controlla, and Skimask Andy, all three of those individuals, according to my court schedule, all have court hearings on September 11th. Literally. Yeah. So it's going to be a busy September, especially that week. I can tell you that. So Sunny IRL. So another individual we've started coverage on. Okay. Again, another individual that once we get closer to that date, we'll start doing more refreshers, starting to get more details in the case. But I can share certainly a few things about that case. Now, obviously, when we started coverage with Sunny, we went over the charges that he's facing. So let's just get that out of the way, especially for some of you that may be new to this individual. So Sunny IRL, as it says at the end, is another IRL streamer. Sunny hails from, I think, and I got this mistaken last time. I won't get it wrong this time. Sunny actually hailed from an RV, but it was not Captain Contents, which is what I thought. It was actually Chicken Andy's RV, is where I think Sunny kind of made his claim to fame on the YouTube world, as they say. Sunny pretty much, I guess you could say, comes from the IP2 community. That's where, most of his IRL streams and stuff's going to be posted on. Sunny has committed an assault charge. As a matter of fact, let me just pull that up for you. I'll share the screen here for you. Let's move on to Sunny IRL, aka Jarvis Singleton. Okay, so just give me a second here. We're going to share this screen here. See how it looks there. Excellent. All right. So that is Jarvis Singleton's kind of case summary sheet, you could call it. If you look, and again, if you can't see, don't worry, I'll read it towards you. You see it says case status active. Okay. So yes, this is an active case. Right underneath that, you see offense. This is an ag assault. Okay. And this is to a family member. All right. Now, there was a lot of kind of different stories and rumors going on as far as who the family member was. I had even heard at one time it was his mother. Let me just correct you, okay? That is not the case. This channel actually submitted through a FOIA request to receive some of the criminal report. Also, there was some criminal report that was requested by another individual, I don't know whom, that was posted on the IP2 community board. And that is where else I've obtained some information as far as case details. But both those reports confirm the same thing, which is the victim of this crime. Now, some of you remember we went over that report. I don't have it in front of me today, but we will go over that once more, obviously, before, September 11th's court date. But in that report, long story short, it pretty much states that Sunny was at a family party, okay? At this family party, essentially, he got in an altercation with his uncle. It seems like the uncle pulled him at some time towards, in the middle of the party. Uncle pulled him in, kind of to the side. And at that time decided to, I guess, have a talk. I guess Sunny was, employed by the uncle, maybe doing some work under the table. Who knows? Okay. But pretty much the uncle at that point, or at that time when he was talking to Sunny, I guess you could say released him of his duties, fired him, whatever you want to call it, okay? Long story short, whatever the uncle said upsetted Sunny, upset him to the point where he took a pair of brass knuckles, put them on his fist, and smacked the uncle in the head, okay, in the mouth, and did some very serious damage, okay? The uncle had to go to the hospital, didn't go that day. I don't know if he got picked up by paramedics, what happened, but either way, I've got information from the report that I was sent over and pulled, essentially that show that the uncle later on did have to go to the hospital and receive surgery, okay? So I'm pretty sure the ambulance probably came that evening based on the type of injury it was, but as far as surgery being done, that's the date that I had. And yes, like I said, it was an injury that required hospital surgery, okay? Now, so he struck his uncle and he pretty much left, okay? He ran. So for a while, there was actually a reward poster. Some of you all have seen that. We actually featured that. It's not like we premiered it. We just showed it here on this channel when we were starting the Sunny IRL court coverage. So there was a reward put out, and eventually Sonny, I guess, turned himself in. Who knows? Okay, those details I don't know. So I don't want to say something I don't know of. Okay, either way, the reward. Excuse me, he was not wanted anymore. Essentially, he was arrested and then he was bonded out. Okay. As a matter of fact, if you look at the bottom, towards the bottom here, it says bond amount. Okay, it's a $25,000 bond. So whomever bonded him out paid 10% of that, $2,500. 10 to 15% is usually the rate that the bondsman will charge, and that's essentially what they paid to get him out. All right. So Sonny's out of jail, doing his thing, has to come to court. And then all of a sudden we find out that Sonny is in, not Canada, now he is, but Sonny was in India. All of a sudden, Sonny IRL, which again, just out making allegations because we don't know how it happened, but I would imagine they probably had him surrender his passport or license, who knows, but either way, somehow Sonny IRL was able to make it to the country of India, okay? And where he spent some time. As a matter of fact, a lot of people didn't even know he was down there until he joined the Ice Poseidon and the boys for a couple of their streams, okay, when they were in India. So that's pretty much where I think a lot of people seeing that where, oh, hey, Sonny's back and he's doing IRL in India, which, I guess for a lot of people, they may not have, figured out, hey, that's kind of strange. How does a guy that's, essentially bonded out on a serious charge end up in India? Because usually that doesn't work. But regardless, we had a court date coming up very soon. As a matter of fact, I think that court date was set for, excuse me, because I got the calendar here. Green. He's the green. Yes. It was set for July 6th, okay? And Sonny was nowhere in the United States or even near the United States at that time, okay? But something happened, okay? A lot of people are thinking, oh, he's not going to make it, all right? They're going to put a warrant out for his arrest, all right? He's on the run in India. Well, it looks like his attorney filed for a motion of continuance, all right? And it was approved. So Sonny now has a new court date, okay? Get your pen and pencils out. It is September 11th, all right? 9 a.m. It is scheduled as a jury trial, all right? So, is he going to be there? Where is Sonny? Well, let's see. Let's see what he's been up to recently. And the best way to do that is to just jump over to Sonny IRL's live stream. Yes, he's still got his live stream going. And let's see where he's at. Is he still in India? I don't know. I heard he might be in Canada. I don't know.
Hey, 198, what up, big dog? What's good, man? Yo,
Here's Sonny.
Hey, yo, you know what I'm saying? Sheesh. All right. We F.
And if you guys notice at the bottom, what is it titled? $3 TTS, $4 media, Canada, day one. So let's see when this was dated.
Okay. What up, Damon? What up? Faithless. What up? We said Canada, very exotic. Yeah. Okay, Diane, shout out
July
to you.
July 20th.
What's up? Man, Mother's Mustang was good.
So July 20th, it looks like he streamed. I don't know if that's necessarily the day he arrived in Canada, but we certainly know it was one of his first streams and he was in Canada. So, I mean, Canada is certainly a lot closer to the United States than India, right?
All right, cool. So yeah, that'll give us.
right, that's enough of that. It was nothing interesting anyways. But the reason I wanted to show you it, because it obviously, I mean, again, he could be lying. He could be lying because you could put anything on your title. But according to Sonny, IRL, it states it looks like he's in Canada. Now, he's still got to make it to the United States, more specifically the state of Texas, more specifically the city of Houston, because that's where his court's going to be at. Okay? So, September 11th, 9 a.m., Houston, Texas, baby. We'll see if Sonny IRL is going to be a no-go, a no-show, or if he's going to show up. I guess as we get closer to that date, I would imagine he may be coming up and doing some IRL. So I guess if we see him all of a sudden pop up back in the USA, maybe he is going to show up. I mean, I would imagine if he had his lawyer put in a continuance and, you know, the court approved it when all that trouble to do that he wouldn't want to piss off the court, and he will show up. Especially when I don't think it was him, maybe, don't know, but especially when somebody is going to be responsible for paying $2,500. All right? So, are they going to get it back from the bondsman if he shows up? Yeah. But if he doesn't, whomever paid that, or excuse me, are they going to get anything? No. The bonds person, sorry. That's just their fee. Excuse me. I was thinking now, if somebody paid that out of their pocket, yeah, if you don't show up, they ain't going to get that money back. All right. Now, if you don't show up and they had to pay a bondsman, ooh, that's even worse. Okay. Because that bonds person's going to be out close to 25 grand and they're not going to be happy. Okay. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Like I said, if, you know, he shows up in Texas or in the United States on a live stream between now and 9/11, I would probably give it like an 80 to 90% chance that he is probably going to show up. But who knows? You know, I guess we'll find out here on September 11th. So, and Texas is very close to here. So that's definitely because, you know, obviously we can get to the Trina Golden case on August 31st. We've got plenty of time to get down to Sonny IRL's case on September 11th. All right. So those are definitely two court hearings that this channel would definitely love to be there to provide you guys the actual court coverage. Okay. All right. So let's move down the line. Scumbag number 3, allegedly. Controlla. Oh, yes, our favorite, huh? Well, a lot of people are pretty much refreshed. A lot of people know what's going on with this individual, just for the fact that, you know, this individual's just recently had a court case not too long ago, and we got to listen to that court case, okay? As a matter of fact, just to refresh our memory, and being that it's a very short clip, we're going to listen to that video clip one more time. And reason being, too, you might want to get your pen and pencil out, because in that clip, you're also going to hear when the next court hearing is set for. I already have it written down here, just in case you don't hear it, and I'm going to go over that with you. But I'd say that's just the best way to get into the Controlla court update is just let's roll the clip. So just excuse me for 1 second here. Let's cue it up. Now, I don't think I have to give everybody a reminder or backstory about what's going on with Controlla, how she got herself into all this trouble. If so, just let me know in the chat. And even if you do let me know in the chat, will you please explain it to him? No, but in all reality, if you do have questions, just refer to the live stream, my live streams, and anywhere where you see Controlla court coverage, just click it, listen to it, and that should, I mean, we've been covering her court coverage since day one, okay? So if you are just new to this individual, you can definitely jump down that rabbit hole just even through the NJ Courts channel, okay? Now, let's just assume everybody knows what got that person in trouble, all right? Now we're here. We're going to listen to this court clip, and then I'm going to go over some information about this case with you, okay? So let me just cue it up, and then we'll roll it. Oh, and hold on. I almost forgot. I thought I heard a little bang, bang, and I did. It was one of my mods. And you know what? Thank you so much. Oh, no, for that $2 donation. And you didn't even have to do that. So I'm going to give it back to you, okay? Because it just says you are muted. So thank you. And I'm sorry that you had to tell me I was muted through a $2 donation, oh no. But I appreciate that. I'm going to give that back to you, okay? Squishy sucks. Hey, well, I'll tell you what. I guess she has every right to. Oh, no, don't give it back? Okay, well, hey, it's your dinero, so I will do whatever you say. So thank you so much. We will use it as a contribution towards the channel. And with that, I appreciate that, oh no. As a matter of fact, that is very much deserving because you were so kind to let me know through a Cash App donation I was muted. Hold on. You got to give it the right touch for the... There we go. Thank you for that $2 donation. I like it when you go... But it doesn't squeak then. You got to give it the right little... Hold on. There we go. Yeah, what's up, Abiku? Yeah, well, maybe the camera lies, okay? Maybe the camera lies. Yeah. All right, let's get that queued up. All right, I got it ready for you guys. Here we go. Just a forewarning, you guys may want to put your volume up because remember, Controlla's lawyer, he's very hard to understand because he talks just with a very, it's horrible. Honestly, I don't even think the judge can hear him very well, but hey, that's neither here nor there. But just FYI, you may want to put your volume up, okay? So here we go. I'm going to press play now.
Carissa. Mr. Bonus, Judge. Carissa Tabona.
The next matter on the calendar is entitled State versus Tabona. Under indictment 23-05577, appearances of counsel, please.
For the state, you can add the assistant prosecutor for AP Cyraxx.
Yeah, motion running up, Mr. Bonner.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you, ma'am. This matter was arraigned the last time we were in court.
We have that the application now.
Okay.
I don't know if it was another 30 days.
Ms. Donahue, can we give it 30 days? September 11th. Ma'am, we're going to give you the paper notice. Please sign it acknowledging the next date of September 11th has been given to you. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, all right, there you go. Like I said, just short to the point, right? So, some of you just missed it. That was a new court date was set for September 11th. So, yes, another court date. We had Sunny IRL that's set for September 11th. And now we have Controlla set for her next court date, September 11th. Now, for some of you that are wondering what's going on with that case, let me give you an update, okay? Because some stuff happened, okay? So if you heard or listened, essentially the lawyer pretty much put in a motion or asked for a continuance, 30 days, okay? What has happened now is Controlla has now essentially hired a private attorney, okay? So this attorney is essentially going to need time now to prepare a case, okay? Essentially, this is just going to be another pretty much, I wouldn't say waste of time, but if people are expecting a jury trial in this September 11th case, that's not happening, okay? As a matter of fact, let me give you some more information, okay? Go back to my notes here. So the name for what's going to happen on 9/11, it's going to be a initial disposition conference, okay? Now, remember, she is still pending, or excuse me, well, yeah, I guess she is, and her attorney is still pending a decision back from whether she was accepted into that PTI program that her attorney, pretty much tried to apply for, okay? Now, some of you, if you remember, we went over what that was essentially just kind of almost like a probation, okay, is essentially what it is, okay? Maybe a little bit more of that type of probation, okay? But we also heard some more news, okay, that stemmed from this, okay? This news was broke by the NJ Courts channel, as a matter of fact. And that was the fact that Miss Carissa, Miss Controlla, has actually applied for this PTI program through the state of New Jersey. And guess what? She was denied. And you want to know why she was denied? Because she actually had a felony. Yes. Some people, breaking news, if you didn't remember the last time we broke it. Carissa actually has a felony out of the state of New Jersey. But being sneaky Carissa, I think she thought nobody was going to find out because it was under her maiden name, okay? But news came to light because it's public information, and this felony came up to light. So if she was denied PTI last time, I don't think she's going to be accepted this time, especially since she's got that felony already on her record, and that's in addition to the 2 other felonies that she's got on her record for the state of New York. Now, for some of you that weren't here when we broke that news and are wondering, what are you talking about? Felony New Jersey? I never heard about that. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'll give you some information if you want to write it down. The indictment number is going to be 09-05-1047. This is going to be found under Monmouth County. I'm sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. And again, it was under her maiden name, Carissa Di Benedetto. Okay. Now, there was 2 counts involved in this, okay? One of them was dismissed. So count 1 was forgery in the 3rd degree. That was dismissed. Count 2 was criminal attempt to obtain CDS by fraud, 3rd degree. For some of you that are wondering what CDS means, that's a controlled dangerous substance. All right? Did you guys figure it out yet? So basically, and again, this is all allegedly, Controlla found a little doctor's script. And back in the days when, nothing was done electronically, when you can, when a doctor used to be able to hand you your script and you go to the pharmacy, that's what Miss Controlla was. She was a self-proclaimed doctor of the pharmacy, if you can call it that. Yeah. And this was in April of 2010. Okay. About 13 years ago? And she was sentenced to 2 years probation, fines, and was told, you need to get a full-time employment job, young lady. So, they're still waiting for the PTI. Don't think it's going to happen, but hey, who knows? She got a new lawyer, and essentially, we're scheduled for a September 11th hearing. That's about it. And again, that's going to be considered a initial disposition conference with the new lawyer. All right, so we've got Sunny IRL September 11th, Controlla September 11th, Trina Golden is August 31st. Okay, so wait, August 31st, Trina Golden. Sunny IRL next court hearing coming up, September 11th. Controlla next court hearing coming up, September 11th. Let's make our way down to good old Skimask. Skimask Andy. All right, so a lot of you are very aware of this individual because a lot of you have been following this channel for a bit. As a matter of fact, this individual comes on every day. So a lot of you know exactly what's going on with this case. So not going to, we're not going to sit on top of it too much. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to give you some dates. We're going to talk about a few charges and then we move on. All right. So for Skimask, let me pull up something here. Let's see what I got here. I'm going to share a screen with you, okay? There we go. So what you're looking at is essentially the website from the OSCN.net website, okay? Oklahoma State Court Networks.net. Any of you all can access this, okay? If you look towards the bottom, that's where you're going to find your newest dates, okay? Essentially, it's like a timeline of a calendar, all right? So if you look towards the bottom, you're going to see two dates, all right? First date, again, is we've got a third, September 11th court hearing. So again, for Skimask Andy, a.k.a. David Lee DeCoe, we've got scheduled a September 11th hearing, and that's going to be essentially the third hearing, third arraignment, whatever you want to call it, third time he's gone to court in reference to his apt to revoke, which for some of you that don't know what that means, it just means he didn't go to probation, didn't do anything they asked him to, like go to anger management class, and didn't even make one single damn $25 minimum a month payment to get his payment plan started of over the $4,000 he owes the state of Oklahoma in court costs and fees. All right. Oops, let me get back to the chat here. I apologize. So he didn't do any of that. Didn't show up to his probation. That's where you see this video that's been going around, the one that we premiered here, the one where you see that battering ram, boom, just bust that door down. That was when the police came to serve the warrant because Skimask didn't show up for a court. Didn't show up to his probation. Didn't do nothing. All right? So he went to jail. He got bonded out. Now he's back home. Now he's gone to 3 hearings. Well, 2 of them. This third one this one coming up on September 11th will be the third hearing in reference to the apt to revoke. Now, next date you see there is September 29th. That is for his court cost hearing. That will be at 2:30 p.m. Now, for some of you that are not aware, Skimask Andy, yes, believe it or not, owes the state of Oklahoma, specifically the courts, well over $4,000 in court cost and victim fines and fees. Okay? So what they've done, now just let me remind you too, this is not the first time. It's not even the second time. I believe this is the third, maybe even the 4th chance that this judge, probably is the same judge to be honest with you, has given this scumbag to essentially pay back this money he owes. Okay. As a matter of fact, this last chance they gave him, they made it easy for him. They put him on the lowest amount of payment plan you could be on, essentially $20-25 a month, pretty much for the next 20 to 30 years of his life to pay back $4,000. Okay. $25 to essentially keep the police off your ass in reference to this issue that you couldn't come up with. Okay. So now he's going to find himself standing in front of the same judge that just gave him a chance not too long ago to repay this money. And essentially, he's going to have to come up with some type of excuse or story. I would just tell the truth and say I'm a scumbag piece of shit. I don't pay anybody back. But hey, that's just me. He's going to have to come up with some excuse to this judge as to why he still has not made one payment, more specifically a $25 payment that he promised. He signed a piece of paper. And what should happen to him as to why, for him not making a payment. So that's going to be September 29th. All right. I'll tell you this, if this was the first, second, maybe third time, sure. But third, fourth time here, I don't think the consequences are going to be too good for this individual. All right. And yes, they can jail you for non-payment of this type of money. Okay. Some types of money that you owe, it's against the law to put you in jail for that, okay? But for this type of debt here, oh, yes, they can put you in jail. As a matter of fact, on that paperwork he signed and the paperwork that we have access to, that you can actually pull the same paperwork just off this website right now if you wanted to. But if you go over that essentially revocation paperwork, it says specifically that if you do not make a payment, that they can put you in jail. All right? So that's going on September 29th. All right. Now, that's just the state of Oklahoma. All right. Let's see if I got, what's this here? Oh, that was New Jersey. All right. Let's go to Jersey here. So give me a minute. Let me pull up his schedule going on in New Jersey right now. We'll take a look at that. And then we'll move on to, let's see, who do we got after Skimask? Oh, we move on to our last individual, Cyraxx. All right, so let's go over to the, not NJ Courts, the New Jersey Courts Network here. And you can find that through MCCS. Just Google search MCCS, New Jersey. And it's going to take you to the website that I'm on, okay? Public access. Any of you can access this. All right. Do you see what I see? All right. Now, it may be hard for you guys to see on here. I'm not sure, depending on what type of, electronic device you're watching me from. But this is going to be essentially the New Jersey courts search results for when you put in this individual, Skimask Andy's first and last name, okay? So you put in first name David, last name Deco, all public information. You get a list of these search results. Now, these are not all of David Deco's results, okay? Just 3 of them are. As a matter of fact, the one that says Millville Municipal Court, the one that says Tom Sayer Municipal Court, and the one that says, and I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Mankamontu Municipal Court, okay? Montu Joint. There we go. Tom's River. It was Tom's River, sorry. So Millville, Tom's River, and Montu. Those 3 all have to do with Skiwi. Now, I ain't going to go through each one of these. We've already talked about this. It's simple. If you look to the right, you see where it says outstanding, and there's a Y. That means that 2 of those cases, the other one is just a traffic citation for having a false or fake license plate. So that one they haven't issued out a warrant yet, but it's probably coming soon because he's got to pay money. He's not paid a damn. He doesn't pay anybody back. So you think he's made a payment towards this? No. So eventually when they see that he's made no payment Probably once a year goes by, then they'll issue out the bench warrant so they can go get their money. But for right now, there are 2 outstanding warrants from the state of New Jersey for the arrest of Skimask Andy. Okay? Now, what you don't see yet, but what we've broke news and we've got the indictment number so you can call the state of New Jersey and you can verify, is that Skimask Andy has just recently been indicted, okay, for terroristic threats, a felony. All right. And the other one was contempt. All right. Terroristic threats and contempt. So those are fresh indictments that old David Decaux is facing now in New Jersey. And that is in addition to, excuse me, I'll read it off here for you. Harassment and harassment. Harassment charges. So one harassment, the other harassment. As a matter of fact, one of those, the one from Millville, is 2 charges, okay? All for harassment. And to a female. I wonder. So, and don't forget as well, these are just active stuff going on in New Jersey. Skimask also has 2 outstanding warrants from the state of Nevada, specifically Las Vegas, and supposedly still has a warrant out in the state of California. Oh, yes, and I almost forgot. Skimask does still have a warrant still out of the county of Wagner in the state of Oklahoma. So technically, what? We've got 2 in New Jersey, 1 in Oklahoma, and 2 in Nevada. That's a total of 5 outstanding warrants for this individual right now, in addition to the court cases he has actively going on in Oklahoma on September 11th and September 29th, and in addition to the active case he has going on in New Jersey dealing with the fresh indictment of the terroristic threat and contempt charge. Avi, 100%. Every single one of these newest charges all have to do with assaulting, whether it's verbally or physically, a female. I don't even want to get started with this individual. You know what you know how I feel about this individual. So, all right. So we're going to move on to our last individual. Okay. Like I said, today was just pretty much an update on everybody. We weren't going to be specifically, going over anybody, and doing a 3 or 4 hour show. Okay. We kind of did something close to that. It wasn't a 4-hour show, but again, and I want to say thank you for everybody that showed up to that show. But, and again, if you didn't, please catch the replay. Video is obviously still up. But that was pretty much our tour of the scumbags and the toxicity facing YouTube. That was, I believe, Thursday. Yes, Thursday evening. So Thursday we had a pretty long show. So today I wanted to come on, just kind of give everybody a quick update. So I'm going to let you know what's going on with Cyraxx. Tonight, we aren't going to be digging very deep into this individual. As a matter of fact, I'm going to leave you guys with some homework, okay? Because here's the easiest way to put this, all right? This person, Cyraxx, if you want to learn about them, you want to know who they are, what they're about, what they've done, easiest way is just to go down one of the many rabbit holes on the YouTubes, okay? I don't even know how many channels there's got to be that have put out a documentary on this individual. There's probably over 10 channels currently right now that are actively reporting on this individual's court case that's coming up, okay? As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you something here. It looks like 2 people already pulled out. And again, it's kind of hard to tell by the way the court docket notes are, but it's either that these individuals are requesting to be there to record media, or they're requesting the media, essentially the audio, or if there's going to be a video that is essentially recorded by the courts, okay? Kind of like what we did with what we've done actually the last few times with Controlla's hearings, where, I've requested the audio transcript. I don't know if that's what they're trying to do, or if this was an actual request to be there to film. So either way, where I'm going with this is there is a lot of coverage already on this individual, okay? So plenty of channels that you can click on. As a matter of fact, I'll share a couple of them with you. One of them, I'd like you to go and check out the documentary and watch it yourself, only if you want to learn more about this person, okay? What I am going to do right now is I'm going to tell you what they're in trouble for, when their next court dates are, talk a little bit about them a bit as far as what's going on with those court dates. And then as we get closer to that time, then we'll start getting more into that. And, like I said, it's usually how this channel works, right? We introduce people, we'll cover those individuals. As we get closer to their court date, that's when we start kind of the special coverage just on that one person, right? Pretty much just days right up into the court date that we attend, all right? So, Cyraxx, okay? This individual goes by the name AKA Chance Wilkins, I think. Chance for sure. I'm pretty sure the last name is Wilkins. All public information. As a matter of fact, I've got his kind of docket information pulled up. So let's pull that up right now. Get this out of the way. Yes, here it is. Excellent. All right. So we'll go here. Let me see what you guys are looking at. All right, there we go. So this is the case detail or case report for Mr. Chance. All right. This is out of the city of Akron, Ohio. All right. This is where this individual resides. Essentially, this individual, yes, Wilkins. There we go. I was correct. This individual has just a long history of just being in locale. That's the easiest way to put it. Okay. If you want to see when it started, what they are up to, what they're about, I forewarn you now. I will forewarn you now. Trigger warning. Okay. I don't even know who's worst at this point, Cyraxx or Skimask. I think people even started calling Skimask Cyraxx. Okay. So you're going to see a lot of similarities. Let's just put it that way. A lot of similarities between these two. Okay. Now, what has landed this individual in the hot water right now? Well, I mean, they've been in hot water a lot of times. Let's just put it this way. They're police, the municipality, the police there, they know exactly who this person is. They know this address. And frankly, from a lot of the videos I've watched, those police have had it. Okay. They're tired. All right. This is pretty much probably considered a nuisance house at this point. Okay. I'm sure there's probably even special directions as to even how to approach this house and how the operators even deal with this individual, since there's been so many calls to this house. Okay. And like I said, I'm not even prepared to even get into a lot of the just personal stuff about him, what's going on with their family. Like I said, like where I could speak on a lot of that, in regards to the ski mask, hearing and all that, a little bit different with this individual. All right. Still doing my homework, still going down a lot of rabbit holes. Like I said, it's not that hard. I'm going to show you a documentary that, if you watch that whole documentary, probably is going to give you a good idea of exactly who this individual is, okay? And everything else is probably just a repeat that you watch, except just in a different version, This individual just seems to like the camera, like the attention, and doesn't care about getting in trouble in front of the camera. Where do we see that again from? Skimask, right? So again, like I said, a lot of similarities here. So, and some people, will say ski is far worse. Some people will say Cyraxx is, okay? And I like how Official Blade and Word Counter said it. Ski is far worse. Cyraxx is a legend. Legend of their own, that's for sure. So what you're seeing here is the case detail form. Oh, sorry. I was explaining what got this person in hot water. My bad. So essentially what has happened is this person, for whatever reason it may be, does garner the attention of a lot of people, pretty much a whole community, okay? A member of this community decided to hold a legal protest, a legal as all can be, okay? A legal protest in front of Cyraxx's home, his mother's home, or grandmother is home, okay? Getting confused with Ski Mask. So this individual had a protest, legal protest in front of Cyraxx's home. Cyraxx didn't like it. Cyraxx came out and approached this individual with a baseball bat. Cyraxx assaulted this individual with said baseball bat, allegedly. And if you haven't seen the video, we did show it when we started the original coverage of Cyraxx, but just type in Cyraxx arrest video, Cyraxx baseball bat, and you'll see they've got a version from somebody across the street to body cam version of when the cops get there to arrest them about the incident. Okay, so like I said, there's plenty of coverage coming from body cam footage and just from, like I said, there was footage that came from the individual, the protester. Didn't have any audio, I don't think. But like I said, there's plenty of footage, plenty of different angles and views of what happened this day. All right. So essentially, this individual comes out, assaults this person with the bat. The individual was able to take the bat away from this individual, from Cyraxx, essentially to stop the altercation. And Cyraxx went back in. Individual called the police and reported Cyraxx for the assault. All right. And then that's where Cyraxx has now found himself in the newest bit of hot water. And it doesn't look like it's going to go too well for this individual. Like I said, I've already seen some, like, for example, the victim information sheet. I mean, there's people that are going to be here testifying against this individual. Obviously, this was solid evidence with a recorded on camera assault. Kind of like what we see with the Controlla case, right? Somebody said that again. I read that comment in the chat. She live streamed the accident herself. Exactly. So you don't get any better evidence when it comes to court than from an actual video footage. So again, I'm not the judge, I'm not the jury, but just based on what I've seen, it does not look too. I don't think it's going to fare well for Cyraxx, especially if he decides not to take a plea deal if one's given and decides to go all the way to a jury trial. All right. Now, just to give you an update of what's going on with this individual, they've got a case, or excuse me, their next hearing is going to be coming up. Well, it got changed. Okay. Originally, I believe it was on the 22nd. And then an attorney put in a notice of appearance, just not on the 7th. So August 7th, it looks like an attorney, or around that time, that's when it was filed. So around that time, an attorney, which is the current attorney for this individual, put in an appearance, a notice of appearance is what it's called. And with that notice of appearance, it looks like it was requested most likely for a continuance, which is what changed the date to August the 30th. Now, if I have some of those details incorrect, I apologize. Be more than happy to correct me in chat. Now, as far as dates, those are correct. But as far as, with the motion in that's based on what I read as far as on the court notes and dockets. That's where I got that info from, okay? Let's see here. So August 30th, 9 a.m., Akron Municipal Courthouse, okay? So here's what I've seen so far. Let me scroll down this little case detail here. If you look towards the bottom, remember I was telling you guys about the media request? That's where you see it. It was put in twice. One on August 8th and one on August 15th. And those are towards the bottom. And then you got also August 8th, 22nd, 2023, towards the middle. That's scheduled as a jury trial. And based on what I have read, this comes from, I guess, the pretty much the expert on Cyraxx is what I've been told. This channel goes by the name William Gloryhole. I think some of you probably are familiar with this channel. They seem to be the pretty much, I would say, probably out of all the channels that are covering this individual, I would say they probably got the most just organized of just shit, okay? They're the ones that look like put in the FOIA requests for a lot of these body cams. A lot of that body cam footage, I think, originates from that channel. I've seen some, let's see, court paperwork that I'm sure was requested through a FOIA request from this individual's channel. So 2 channels that I'm going to tell you to check out if you want probably more up-to-date information, or like I said, you want to go back a little bit, is going to be that channel I just talked about, William Glory Hole. And then and again, there's a lot, I mean, pretty much, like I said, there's probably at least a minimum of 10 solid documentaries on this individual that I saw on YouTube, okay? One of the ones that I watched and that I thought personally did a decent job of covering some of the past of this person up to kind of the current phase of where this person's at. Maybe not as current as what's going on with the whole, last assault that this person's obviously going to court for. But I would say if you want just a good, hey, what do they call it? That those cheat books, when you cheat, you don't want to read the whole book and you just read the kind of summary. I would say this would be just a good summary if you just want, like I said, a kind of a from the start to present day, who Cyraxx is. Give me 1 second. That one I had queued up, so I'll get you that channel name here. Let's see here. That was this one here. I'll even share the screen here with you guys. Give me a second. Share this tab. There we go. Oh, God, what a picture. Ugh. Anyways, so it's titled The Worst Person on the Internet, the Cyraxx documentary. And this comes from, Stick might like this one because he's a fan of anarchy. This one comes from the channel The Internet Anarchist. So channel name was The Internet Anarchist. And this is titled The Worst Person on the Internet, the Cyraxx documentary. Cliff Notes. Thank you, Messy Me. The Cliff Notes. There you go. Damn, I love you guys in chat. Chat rules, as they say. Chat does rule. So that would be a good start. Like I said, just one I recommended. It may not be the best. I don't think it's the worst documentary on this individual, but is one that I watched personally and I thought did a pretty good job. Again, I'm not a part of the Cyraxx world or community. So, I couldn't sit here and say, that they missed this, they missed that. Just based on what I've heard, I thought this was a good Cliff Notes version of who this individual is. Thank you for putting that link. Oh no, I appreciate it. And then again, just type it in if you search for it. But William Glory Hole, that has been the name that, as a matter of fact, somebody contacted me through email and said that, hey, when I first started the coverage on Cyraxx, they said you may want to start with this person's channel because they seem to be the aficionado, I think is the word you say, of Cyraxx, or at least, with the newest court-related details that have come up or stemmed from this heat that this individual got in, essentially. And actually, no. When I was going back, and I know they actually had stuff covering way back from then. So yeah, that would be another reference I would recommend is William Glory Hole. Again, that seems to be the person that's been FOIA requesting a lot of these body cam footages and a lot of these legal documents, and go down that rabbit hole. So we've got the dates for this individual, August 30th, 9 a.m., Akron Municipal Court. Based on what I've read, it sounds like there are going to be some people down there to watch, okay? I've heard a few names. I even heard that there could, again, if that was a real media request, as far as for media to be actually in there and recording, I heard there's going to be some media down there. So we will see. Thank you, Ono, for putting that in the chat. I appreciate you linking those links up. Candy cane, I'd rather shoot my... So, I think we've got started from top to bottom. Let me look at my list. Yeah. I have no more dates to update you on, unless you think I forgot something. I think we got everybody. We got Trina. We had Sunny, Controlla, Skimask, and Cyraxx. We have Sunny on 9. Now, again, just to give you a refresher really quick, we have Trina is going to be the earliest. Wait, hold on. 30th versus, when was Trina? 31st. So I take that back. Starting first is going to be the Cyraxx court hearing, which is going to be August 30th at 9 a.m. Okay, that's Akron, Ohio, Municipal Court. Next will be the Trina Golden court hearing. That one was August 31st at 1:30 p.m. That's in Kansas. Okay, more specifically, that is going to be Johnson County. Okay, that's the county in Kansas. Johnson County Detention Center, more specifically, is where Trina is currently residing at. Then we move over to 3 people that have hearings on the same day. So we had Sunny IRL, September 11th, 9 a.m., scheduled for a jury trial. That's in Houston, Texas. Then we had Controlla, 9/11. All right, she's got a new lawyer. They're going to see if she got accepted into the PTI program. So probably not much is going to happen on that date. Okay, then we had Skimask Andy, who's got a court date on 9/11 as well. And that's going to be for his 3rd hearing set for the app to revoke. I'm probably sure the judge said he needs to have a lawyer by then. Okay? And then he's got one September 29th at 2:30 p.m. And that's his court cost hearing. And that's where he goes in front of the same judge again for the 3rd or 4th time to say why he hasn't made one single $25 a month payment for the over $4,000 that he owes. And then that's it. So busy September and busy end of August. Absolutely. Trevor Leahy says Johnson County Jail is terrible. Yes, Minnesota Dave. Yes, absolutely. Let's thank you for the reminder. Let's stop sharing that. I don't want to scare anybody or give anybody any nightmares tonight. That's for sure. Is that better? How's that? You can't record in Ohio courtrooms. So is it kind of like Oklahoma then? So then if that's the case, then that means those media requests essentially are just people then that want the videotape if the tape or the court records. Minimum, all courts I know usually will record audio. So they're either going to get audio, or if they're lucky, they may get audio and video. Candy Cane. We actually answered that earlier, unless he went back. But as of July, actually, what did we say? July 7th? Was that when that video posted up? Sunny is in Canada, okay? As a matter of fact, I'll show you really quick. Hold on. There you go, my friend. Sunny IRL, $3 TTS, $4 media, Canada, day 1. And we said that was posted up on, now remember, I mean, it was a live. Okay, so if it's live, that means that's the day he went live. So now July 20th, I'm sorry. So not July 7th. I thought that was too early. July 20th, it appears that Sunny, according to his live stream, started his first day in Canada. Again, he could have arrived sooner, but he did start his first day 1 Canada live stream dated July 20th. Yeah. White Sammy Sosa says, Sunny is in every country but the one he is wanted in. Minnesota Dave says specifically in BC. So I hope that answered your question, Candy Cane. All right, everybody. So we have just hit about the 2-hour mark here on this live stream. we are done with our court updates. Like I said, it was just going to be as far as just an update on court times and dates with a little bit of information and some clips in between. So I hope that was informative enough for everybody. That was, like I said, a lot of people reach out wondering, hey, what's updates, what time, what this. If I missed anything, if you have any other questions, reach out through me through Instagram, email, through some of the comments here. I'll do my best to answer those questions for you. Otherwise, like I said, whenever we start getting closer, for example, Trina, starting next week, hopefully some of these FOIA requests for paperwork start coming in. Hopefully I'll get an answer for the media. But assuming they say, yes, you can come film, I'm looking to being in Kansas on the 31st. All right. So next week, we'll start putting out some more information about the Trina court coverage, start getting more details coming up since we're just right around the corner from that date. And then, like I said, we'll do the same. So we approach Sunny IRL, or actually it'd be the Cyraxx, right? I'll start getting you some more detailed information on that individual. But do some homework, okay? So your homework for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is to pick one documentary. I recommended one for you, but you can pick whatever Cyraxx documentary you want to watch. Watch that documentary. So next time we come back over here and we're starting to talk about that individual, you got a good idea of who they are and what they're about. All right. And then I promise you, I will have any further information, anything I can find that I deem important for this next court date coming up on Cyraxx. Okay. Fair enough. All right, you guys, we had a great show. Hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday. Thank you for everybody that joined me on Thursday night. That was a great live stream. Learned a lot from chat. Chat was on fire. Thank you guys for all your support. Welcome to all the new members. Thank you for everybody's for donations today. We got to feature our newest member of the family, Gavel number 2, as it's been nicknamed. And you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Now, if anything comes up, anything important, anything I need a break, you know that breaking news will be here and you can expect it. So keep those notifications on. And before you click out, will you do me a favor? And only if you enjoyed today's stream, will you smash that like button for me, please? I'd surely appreciate it. All right, folks. Well, I am officially out and for the weekend, unless something else comes up. So head on a swivel. Have a great Saturday. Love you guys. And on to the next one. Till then, NJ Courts is officially out. Hold on. It works. Hey, it passes the approval. Welcome to the family, Gavel number 2. Love you guys. Peace.